I've only gone and done it again. Forgot to cancel my Beer52 subscription. I had no real intention of actually getting this box because I'm just not that interested in Belgian beers. I'm sorry, I know it's sacrilege to say that, but it's just like some people don't like IPAs, some people don't like stouts. I'm just not the biggest fan of Belgian beers. Not to say that there aren't amazing Belgian beers, because I've had many amazing Belgian beers from very amazing Belgian breweries. But yeah, it's just there are flavour profiles and characteristics of a lot of Belgian beers that I'm not the biggest fan of. But I thought, you know what, I'll just keep this box going. We've got Craig from Kent Beer Reviews joining us, who says, "Cheers, brother." Cheers, Craig. Hope you're doing well. I need something to open this box with. Yeah, so doing a bit of an unboxing. Won't be on too long. I can't even really drink tonight because I'm back in work tomorrow. I might have a few drinks tomorrow night. I don't know yet. We shall see. But yeah, evening, Craig. Hope you're doing well. So let's get this opened and see what we get. I've actually really no idea what is in this box. I've not even had a little bit of a peek, so I'd imagine there's obviously going to be some of the traditional heavy hitters in there. You'd like to think so, and I'll just make sure I wasn't showing the side of the box with my address on. But yeah, so I'm really not too sure what we've got here, but it'll be interesting. And you know what? Even though I'm not the biggest fan, you can't be really close-minded with anything, to be honest. Especially as someone who reviews beer with beer, so it'll be a good way to get a few Belgian beers on the channel. And there's a few cans there as well. So the first thing is we've got the snack, which is Cheeky Peas. Cheeky Pea. Lip smacking cheese flavoured crunchy chickpeas. Very nice. And as always, thank fuck it's not olives. So what else we got? We've got the book, which a really nice looking book this time from Ferment. I always like the artwork on Ferment, and of course get some extras in there. So join us next month as we explore the global cities that have distinguished themselves as hubs of craft beer, innovation, quality and culture. Oh, interesting. So next month's box sounds good. So we've got Munich, Aberdeen, Madrid, Copenhagen, Bristol, Dublin, Manchester, of course, London, Prague and Vienna. So sounds like an interesting box, that. So what faff do we get? If you want £10 voucher off Charles Tyre Wit, timeless style, whether you're working wherever you're working from. Fucking hell, Peter. So yeah, if you want £10 off some nice fancy clothes, use code T2AGQ and go to charlesthyrit.com. There you go. Ooh, some nice linen shirts there. So pointless me buying nice clothes with the size that I am. Then we've got Bloom and Wild. Go on, care widely. £10 off your first order. Well, we've just missed Mother's Day and we missed Valentine's Day, so I'm sure there's an occasion there. You can get yourself, if you want to treat yourself to some flowers, why not? Or someone else. B52774, and if you go to bloomandwild.com or use the app. A really nicely designed flyer there. We've got Window Beer Reviews Thomas, who says, "Hi everyone, evening Thomas, hope you're doing well, hope you had a good week, and hope you had a good week as well, Craig. All things considered, of course." Then we've got the not Feline Friends. What's the dog version of Feline Friends? I can't remember. We've got Tails.com. Your dog's new diet, first month free. Go to Tails.com and claim your order using Tailored40. for all your poochy friends. That wasn't a diss, by the way. What have we got here? Spoke flawless fit delivered. Trousers cut in 400 sizes. £50 off. Use beer code 52. Use offer code beer50. Fucking hell. And yeah, look at that. Very eclectic bunch of characters. No sizes in there. Canine friends, there we go. How the fucking hell did I not think to say canine? Unbelievable. And then something that I've seen loads of adverts on. Pinter. Fresh beer starts here. Pinter includes 2 pints packs, 20 pints, 75 quid. For free shipping worth £4.95, add freshest one. Reorder letterbox friendly pinter packs from £10. Yeah, I've heard a lot of stuff about this. But I don't know. I don't know if I really want to, like, just... I'm sure the quality is good. You can get Fresh Public Continental Lager, Something Wood Pilsner, apple cider as well, and Public House IPA. So, yeah, I'm sure it's a pretty decent product, but I don't know. It just sounds a little bit... The Greater Good Fresh Brewing Company. The Greater Good and Pinter. Are they actually like an established brewery and they've just sort of got into this sort of thing? Because everyone's buying sort of different sorts of things to brain fart, absolute brain fart. But yeah, I'd love to get a tap handle, just something simple that I can connect up to a mini keg, and then, you know, I don't want anything elaborate. I can't be asked building anything because I'm shit at building stuff. But I do want to get into homebrew as well. Maybe that might be my summer project. You never know. Probably not, because I'm too lazy and I don't apply myself. So we've got 10 beers in this Belgian beer box. Forrin Belgian beer. Picked up the new Tesco soupies today. Hang on, I need to read the comments on here. Soupies. Oh, some interesting stuff in the Tesco's recently that I'd be interested in getting. And then Matthew also writes, what do you think of those perfect drafts, Peter? I can't remember which one of the perfect drafts, because there's so many different sort of machines like that. I don't know, something like that. I don't like the fact that you're limited to... I mean, it's ever growing the range of beers, I suppose, but it's the limitation of it. But then again, if you just want something simple to pour your beer, and you just want... I mean, if you can find a good quality beer that you like that's available, you could just constantly, you know, pick that up and have that sort of like... oh my God, terminology's gone out my head. Like a regular tap line. What is that? Where like a pub or a bar always has one specific beer. Like, not like a house beer, but, you know, like not just like, oh, we've always got Foster's, we've always got, you know what I mean? When like they've got like a tap line of like Siren, Soundwave, IPA. Can't remember what the term is for that. I shouldn't really be doing a video if I can't even put house staple, says Brian Roster. Yeah, we'll go with that one. Sounds good. You're helping me develop my English skills, people. Everyone's different, but I actually quite enjoyed the Brewdog Marshmallow and Pineapple IPA. I'm really interested in that one. I know Brewdog always sort of like polarise opinions. Permanent Line. Yeah, that's what I was... sort of the thing I was talking about. Jesus. Does somebody else want to take over this stream? Because I'm not off to a good start, am I? But yeah, I want to try that Brewdog beer because I think for the most part, from what I've seen, people have enjoyed it. But it's like one of those ones where, and I'd be interested to hear your thoughts, Matthew. Is it one of those beers that you could pick up regularly or drink like a few cans of at a time, or is it just one of those ones you'd have every now and then? But it does sound interesting. Let's see then. Oh, fucking phone. Matthew says, yeah, I agree. The choice isn't great, Peter, but I think Perfect Draft will be a great thing. Sorry about that. They knock, but they come in anyway. Rude. But it keeps the beer perfectly chilled. Yeah, see, something like that I'd probably pick it up because then it's something that everyone could enjoy. But I don't know. I've got to do some research about that because I'd like to do that instead of just always doing, can and bottle orders and stuff like that. It would just be good to have one regular, consistent beer available. But yeah, it is something that I have been really thinking about, Matthew. Okay, and then Dean, the legend that is Dean's Beer Review, says, "Boring beer tuber. What the fuck is that all about, mate?" Ask a certain someone from Essex, and I'm sure they'll give you the answer to that one. Not that I'm making any sort of references at all in this video to a certain individual in Essex. And Craig says, "Hi, Dean." So let's have a look at these beers. I'm going to look at the bottles first. First bottle is from Brasserie de la Seine from Brussels. And this is Stouteric, or Stouteric, I'm not sure how that's pronounced. I don't know why I keep going into a slightly German accent when I'm reading out the names, because it's Belgian. And this is the Brussels Stout, clocking in at 5% ABV. Now, it goes against all like Belgian beer, but I'm more interested in stuff like this, really. But then again, there are some fantastic traditional Belgian beers. Dean actually did a review of the fairly recently of the Chimay Blue Reserve, was it? And that sounded good because I like Chimay Blue. Very nice. Next up, we've got Steenbrugge, and this is their blonde, enriched with spices, Belgian Abbey beer, clocking in at where's the ABV on this? Where is the actual ABV? 6.5%. Yeah. Sounds like a good box, actually, mate. Yeah, it probably is, actually. I think I can be a bit too harsh on Belgian beers. Just because there are some flavour profiles in, especially the more, established and well-regarded historical breweries. But I don't just want to become a person who goes to like hazy IPAs all the time. I really want to try and break away from just depending on hoppy beers that taste the same from beer to beer, from beer to brewery. I'm getting a little bit burnt out on that. So it'll be good, really. I mean, I've really enjoyed that Belgian box that pops up in Lidl with the like Dulden Drac stuff, because there are some like genuinely beautiful Belgian beers. It's just I've got to be really in the mood for a lot of them, and there are some like aftertastes and flavour profiles that I'm not the biggest fan of. But it's all about broadening your palate, really, isn't it? So I need to sort of break the habit of just going for the same sort of stuff. I see Northern Monk are doing Belgian-inspired beers at the moment. Yeah, I've been seeing that. Was that part of their like old Flax Store series? They did a Doppelbock, or a Bock at least, but I forgot to pick it up. And oh, is that the part of that series where they're going from different country to country and brewing beers, sort of like based on like recipes from that country and also using ingredients you'd usually find in those sort of countries? I've not had anything from Northern Monk for a while. I keep meaning to do another Northern Monk order. And Dean says it perfectly. Variety is the spice of life and all that. It certainly is, definitely. And Dean, I know we've tried to arrange some live streams in the past couple of months, and just for some reason they've all fallen through. But we still need to do some live streams. I need to get back into doing the collab reviews. So we will have to find some beers that we either have already or can get hold of dead easily. But yeah, variety is spice life, and I don't just want to become like, because the beer styles in my most recent reviews, they're not too different from each other, and it gets a little bit boring when all you're hearing is, oh yeah, a little bit of citrus, a little bit of tropical flavours. Oh, it's got a lovely soft pillowy body, nice grapefruit on the aftertaste. I feel like I'm just giving the same flavours to every IPA that I've been reviewing recently. But yeah, so this is probably coming at a good time, and I think that's why I actually kept the box, because I need to sort of like calm down on my beer purchases. To be honest, even though I've been buying more and more. Sure thing, I've got that box. If that helps, yeah, definitely. If there's one person I can think of who I'd to do a sort of like a Belgian live stream with, it would be you, mate, because I think this would be perfect, because this is stuff we would be buying anyway when we were doing the live streams a while ago. So we'll have to definitely get something sorted, and I'll keep stuff aside, because I'm doing stuff with James soon. We're doing a Celebrator Doppelbock, which I picked up from Books and Bottles, but I think I might have accidentally clicked on click and collect, even though, because I use that shop app with some breweries where it saves your card details and just does it automatically, which is dangerous, absolutely dangerous stuff. And that says the delivery, it's got my delivery address and not click and collect. So I emailed them earlier today, because I only realised this afternoon, because I think it's going to be here tomorrow. But then again, if it's click and collect and they're doing it on site, they would have sent me an email saying your beers are ready to collect. So I think it is actually still being delivered to me. But I shit myself, because I was looking at me the email to confirm that your order's on its way, and it said click and collect. So I don't know. So there may be a Books and Bottles unboxing tomorrow, because I think they use APC overnight for theirs. Let's see. Yeah, I think, as you know, I used to be in the Mickler Beer Club, certainly like you, and I managed to snap up a place in Northern Monk patron site who I got all those beers. I've had one box so far. Yeah, I think that's one thing that, instead of actually doing a Northern Monk order, I might take a punt on one of their subscription boxes, because I've been missing the patrons project stuff as well. I used to try and make a habit of picking them up as regularly as possible. But I've done a couple from it, mind you. Well, yeah, we can get that sorted out, mate. I'm thinking the more traditional stuff, if you've got that sort of stuff left, I'm more inclined to do that stuff. But anything really, whatever tickles your fancy, with what you've got left over, just let me know and I'll keep it to the side. Matt says, I see you got a Vocation shirt. Many people stick their nose at them because they are in the supermarkets, but I honestly think their stouts are now the best in Europe. Yeah, I've got a lot of time and respect for Vocation. And I'm not going to lie, I was one of those people at that point. Never like militant about it, but it was always like, I don't need to get that because it'll always be there. But some of those that one they did with Pomona Island was just fantastic. And the prices are great. The delivery's good, but yeah, I'm starting to really, and the Hebden Lager, man, that's a good British brewed Hellas lager. So I do think they get a really bad rap from some of the more elitist people in here. But yeah, they're a quality brewery. Plus, Assembly Underground is one of the best places I've ever been to drink in Leeds city centre. That bread and butter, is it called? That Brazilian sort of like barbecue place that's in there. Oh my God, I had that, and they had one of the Mikkeller Spontan beers. I think it was Spontan Cherry. I was in fucking heaven with that combination of a beautifully done steak with this gorgeous Spontan beer. But yeah, Assembly Underground's an absolutely awesome place that I will be visiting multiple times once we're able to do so. And I've got Salvatore in the fridge, never had it before. Also got the Vine Stefana Corbinian Doppelbock, says Brian Roster. Apologies if I've not already said if I've not said this already, but evening, Brian. I think I just read your comments earlier. Terrible, terrible manners. Salvatore's a rare. I think that is actually like the. Hang on, Salvatore. Is that the Paulana one? Yeah, that is like the OG Doppelbock, and it packs a punch. It really packs a punch, that one, but it's beautiful. Paulana are a great brewery. I love Paulana. You'll enjoy that one. And the Weinspanner Corbinian Doppelbock. Yeah, even though I'm not the biggest fan of wheat beers, because I'm not sure if it's classed as a Weizenbock or just sort of their take on a Doppelbock, but that's a gorgeous beer as well. Two absolute heavy hitters there, Brian, and I hope you do enjoy them. I've only had one Patrons Society Box beer, but it's really good. We'll see what the next 2-3 months like in it. I do like to be in a club. Yeah, it's nice, isn't it? My 1 month in the 2 Old Club was really good, and then it all went to shit for them, didn't it, really? I feel so sorry for them because there's only like a handful of retailers now who get their stuff regularly. But I've not really seen how well Mikkeller have coped with their Mikkeller Beer Club, because I suppose if they've not done it already, they could sort of do it internally by sending all the boxes to the brew pub in London and then having them sent out later on. I'm not sure. I think that's a way they could get around it. But yeah, it gives you a good reason to try some of the more domestic beer subscription boxes. And people, just like with vocation in supermarkets, a lot of people do turn the nose up at Beer52, but I think they've come a hell of a long way, and I think they've adapted to the restrictions and the way the world's gone awesomely, and it's helped their company in terms of their range. And do you know what I mean? It's a shitty situation for pretty much any business, but I'm so amazed at how well a lot of breweries and bottle shops and places that didn't have an online presence or distribution network, or they didn't really have invest too much in the logistical side. I think it's just showed you how well you can come along and adapt, even though a lot of people, unfortunately, have fallen by the wayside. Brian says, evening, bud. They just didn't have stout with Pomona. It was based on a Turnix Snowball. 11%. It was absolute belter. Yes, Hebden Lager's stunning and only £2. Yeah, you can't go wrong with that, can you? You absolutely can't. I mean, some of the core range pales, they're all right. What's the one in the 440? Like one of the first sort of like hype Tesco ones. Can't remember what it's called, but that's one. Every can I've had of that's been a little bit ropey, which is annoying, and I've just got cramp in my foot, and that really fucking hurts. But yeah, £2 for Hebden Lager, cannot go wrong. We've got Jaco here in the chat. Evening, Jake. Hope you're doing well. Hope you've had a good week. Dean says, talking to Doppelbox, I've got the Lovenbrow Triumphator to swill down my fish and chips tea. Sounds good to me. I'm thinking of the Tucker Doppelbock. I used to get that a few times when I was in Germany, and every time I opened up a bottle, just gushed everywhere. I don't think I've had the Lovenbrow. The Lovenbrow Doppelbock. God, I'm still struggling to speak today. Yeah, I can't understand why Mikkel haven't played with the idea of sending boxes to the brew pub. Obviously, the boxes would need to be organised like 2 to 3 weeks before. Yeah, you'd think with the money that Mikkel are making, so much money, they've pretty much monopolised Copenhagen. But with really good beer, and I've not had too many Mikkel beer. That's what I miss about the Mikkel Beer Club. Just the sheer range of Mikkel beers and some of the guest beers as well. Then we've got Friend Sunset, Simon, who says, Beer52 currently doing St. Paddy's virtual party at the moment. I saw that earlier. If they're still live, I might pop on and watch that for a little bit. And I still need to actually make my order with it. Was it Good Things Brew Co? Because you said, yeah, I still need to do that order. But I get very distracted when it comes to beer purchases. Before COVID, it was hard to get hold of a lot of breweries' beers. Many breweries didn't even have an online store. Many bottle shops gone online now, which wasn't online before, mini kegs, etc. Yeah, definitely. And it's going to be great to see when we're in a much better situation. Those breweries and bottle shops and all those people who have adapted and excelled, it's going to be amazing for them once, we're out there. But then again, I suppose the pressure will be off because a lot of people will actually be able to go to the breweries, tap rooms, and to pubs and bars and stuff. But yeah, I've never drank as much quality beer than I have in this past 2 years. Really, really haven't. Yeah, discovered many breweries that I wouldn't have through the Mikkeller Beer Club. Definitely. Completely agree. And then Dean says, a big thumbs up to Jake. I'm going to keep that comment there because I'll lose track. So we'll just have a look at a few more of the beers in this box. Thank you all for joining me, by the way. Do very much appreciate that. We've got a bottle of Tongerlo, a Brun. Who's this brewed by? From BEERTUBE, I don't know. Hang on, it should say here somewhere. What am I missing here? It's an Abbey beer, obviously. From the Bewwjun Hacht Brasserie. Is that? I like the look of that label, though. Just nice and simple, isn't it? And I do like the odd Brun. 6.5%. Then we've got Rodenbach Fruitage. This is 3.9%. And look at that. It's like cherry red in the bottle. So this is, I'd imagine, a cherry beer. That sounds good. I'm down for that. Fruited beers. But yeah, lovely stuff indeed. Everyone knows Rodenbach, of course. Then we've got 6 cans. So the first one, going over to, I'd imagine this is going a bit more craft now. Although, mind you, who's this by? It does have drinkaware.co.uk, but I suppose they've got to put that on if they're exporting beers. 6% Belgian double from Avans de Profbrouwerie Le Christie out of Belgium. I like the artwork on that can. Jake says hello to Dean. Matthew says, yes, one great thing to come out of COVID when you live somewhere where isn't really many breweries around you, it's made it much easier and accessible to try lots of different breweries. Definitely. And can't beat a good Belgian fruit beer. Both statements I very much agree with. Then we've got a Belgian Saison, 5.5% ABV from Bewwjun Lekker. Belgian beer for modern times. Belgian beer for Belgian people. 5.5% ABV. Sort of reminds me of the artwork you get from Lost and Found. Many people saving money in lockdown apart from beer drinkers, definitely. Although, ironically, I'm probably spending less on beer, even though I'm buying more, than I would have spent on beer when I'm going out travelling. Just shows you how expensive it is to get around sometimes. Then we've got a Belgian Pilsner from Avans, 4.5% ABV. Interested to see a Belgique take on a Pilsner. And then another one from Avans, a fake IPA, dry hopped with Atsaka, Galaxy, and Sabro. Count me in, even though I've just said I'm getting a bit bored of IPAs and pales, but it had Sabro, so I'm crawling back to it. Sounds good. And then we've got a wit beer from Bewwjun Lekker with orange peel and coriander. See, now that appeals to me with the orange peel. With the orange peel. 4.6% ABV. Nice artwork there once again. And then last but by no means least, we have the Belgian IPA, also from Bewwjun. I can never pronounce the Belgian word for brewery. And this is 5% ABV. I do like that artwork on these cans. So yeah, it's a nice. I'm not gonna lie. One thing I would have liked is maybe one more traditional beer to replace with one of the craft. But when if you start to complain about that sort of stuff, then there's no hope for you, really, is there? I'm joking. Orange peel and beer, you're taking the piff, says Jake. His comment's not showing up on StreamYard yet, so I can't showcase that. But good one. Good one. There you go. There's your moment. Even though you've got more subscribers than I do, so you don't need any moments. Now you do, because you're a damn good beer reviewer and an even better chap. As all of you guys are, for those who have channels. And those who don't, you know, you just all wonderful, wonderful people. And I do appreciate you guys spending your Friday evenings. A lot of you guys are probably, this is the end of your work week and you've decided to spend it with me, sat on the floor looking at Belgian beers. So I do appreciate that. So yeah, as I said, there may be a Bottles and Books order being unboxed tomorrow. That's if I haven't actually accidentally just done click and collect, which would be a long way to go to get that beer. But I'm sure they'll be able to sort something out if that has happened. And there's some, again, there's going to be a few IPAs, a few triple IPAs, because I'm a hypocrite. But aren't we all? Anyway, but there's also some good stuff. Some craft takes on traditional styles. A few milds in there. A couple of bitters. We've got some German stuff. A couple of Doppelbock, because Augustine and Maximator. Should have picked up 2 bottles. I only picked up 1. It was like £5.60. And that's the one thing about German beers. Which, I mean, to be honest, for the quality of the beer, I'd pay £5.60. But the fact that even though it's hard to find in Germany when I was there, you could get it for like just over €1. Oh, fuck. But hey, it's worth the money because Augustina are the best brewery in the world as far as I'm concerned. Anyway, thank you guys for joining me. I'm sure there'll be a stream from someone tonight. I don't think I'll be taking part in any streams because I don't really want to drink too much. So I might have a couple of beers. So depending on how it goes, you may see me jump on someone's stream. You don't know. It's always a last minute decision whether I'm actually going to jump onto a stream or not when I've got work the next day. Because by the looks of it, it got a little bit heavy on Thomas's birthday stream, which I still actually need to watch all the way through. So I might do that as editing information on some uploads and stuff like that. Anyway, so if any of you guys have drank any of these, the Kung Flu Arms, definitely. He's a clever one, isn't he? That guy from Essex, boy about town. Kung Flu Arms. It is funny, but it's sort of like it's like that Jim Davidson funny, which it's just stupid. Although I do, as much of an arsehole he can be, Jim Davidson, he can be funny sometimes. I don't like the way Jim Davidson's become a political pundit all of a sudden. It's like, is he like our version of Gavin McInnes? Is that all we can muster up to have? I don't know. Like, what's Jim Davidson's end game? Like, what's he in it for? It's interesting, isn't it? Although there are some funny very inappropriate Jim Davidson jokes from his stand-ups, but we won't go there because I'm not a certain person from the Kung Flu Arms in Braintree. Anyway, so we've got some Belgian beers going to be appearing on the channel. I've got triple Carmeliet as well. I've got a big bottle that Adam gave me. So, yeah, I just need to sort of diversify a little bit. I say that all the time, but it just ends up being IPAs on the channel, which I think we're all guilty of every now and then. And Dean says, well, it ain't to get back on the telly. Yeah, definitely. I think the more he talks, the less chance he's got of presenting the new series of Big Break. I'm surprised that Big Break stopped because I can imagine there'd be a lot of interest. Like, yeah, with these sports, I mean, they've always had, household names, but darts and snooker, it's as big as it's ever been. Where's the game shows? Where's the bullseyes? Where's the big breaks? But no, we still got Question of Sport. I don't like Question of Sport. Anyway, we won't get into that. Controversial opinions. No, can't be doing it. But yeah, he's definitely not doing himself any favors. Oh, he's on Ustream, which was already a streaming website name from about 10 years ago. So I don't know how he's managed to get around calling his streaming platform Ustream. But anyway, the Jim Davidson talk can be saved for another day. So yeah, thank you for watching. Thank you for everyone in the live stream for commenting. Great to catch up with Dean a little bit. It's been a while. Been enjoying the reviews though. Very much enjoyed the Chimay Blue review because that sounds good. And that glass you got off eBay as well. Have to go. Take care, Peter, and have a good weekend, mate. You too, Matthew. Just heading off myself. Have a good one. Hope it's an enjoyable one. And hope there's some good beers being poured for all of you guys, obviously. And to those poor souls who have to work tomorrow, don't get too carried away because it's not worth it. There's nothing worse than being hungover and work. See, the great thing about being at home when you're hungover is you can go to the toilet as many times as you like. Whereas if it's in work and there's only a handful of people in due to staffing levels based on COVID, you can't hide the fact that you've just had the liquid shits. So it's a tough one, isn't it? Anyway, cheers for watching, folks. Thank you for joining me. As always, taking well too long just to show off some beers, but it's about the conversation as well. And as said, there may be a bottles and books order tomorrow. I hope there is because there's some really good beers in there that I want to have this weekend, but we shall see. Anyway, cheers for watching. You all take care, stay safe. You may see me again tonight. I might end up doing an impromptu live review. You never know. Or I might just pop on a stream if anyone's doing one. But if I'm not, there's going to be people, I'd imagine, doing some streams tonight. Mess me for a live, pal, says Dean. Certainly will, bud. We have to get that arranged because there's definitely some beers here that I'd be interested to share with you. Anyway, cheers for watching. Cheers for stopping by. And everyone watching this once it's been uploaded to YouTube, feel free to let me know what you think about these beers in the comments. And Adam P says, no Kent beer reviews stream. I don't know. Oh, we've got an influx of new people. Evening, Adam P. And good evening, mate, says Sharp Stuff. Good evening. I'm just about to end the stream. So apologies about that. But thank you for stopping by anyway, saying hello, popping your head in through the door. It's always nice, isn't it? Community spirit. Anyway, cheers for watching, folks. You all take care, stay safe. And oh dear, see you then. It should be, the playback should be ready in about 10-20 minutes, I'd imagine. And Pete, evening, buddy, was enjoying the Friday Night Live things. Take care anyway. You too. Anyway, thanks for stopping by. I feel guilty now that people have joined. I'm just about to end the stream. But as I said, I'm sure there's going to be people doing some streams a little bit later. So it's better than telly, innit, really? Anyway, see you all later. Take care. Have a good weekend if I don't see you. and just have some nice beers. See you later. And then I realised it's going to take a little while for me to actually end